And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this very special edition of Thursday Night Biz Talks. My name's Fred Holmes. I'm an independent distributor with Zija International. And it's an exciting night for me because I get to be an MC and introduce to my left, maybe your right, my dear friend, one of Zija International's top earners, multi-million-dollar income earner, decades of experience in the industry, Mr. David Moses. How are you, Dave?
I am excited about this. It's like my first time.
Hey, listen, it's going to be a fun night. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to step aside here. David, more so than probably anybody else, is prepared to be able to share a little bit of information with you about our company, give you an opportunity to hear from a few people that have been involved with us. And tonight's really about those of you that are invited guests. Somebody thought enough about you to share our company with you, share our products with you. And many of you have been invited here because you're looking for a way to make a change. Maybe it might be a little bit additional income, a little more time freedom in your life, a little more fun or meaning in your life. David Moses is the gentleman that introduced me to this. And I can thank you several million times, David, for that introduction. So it's all yours, Dave.
Well, thank you very much, Fred. And welcome to all of our guests, especially who are viewing this broadcast from wherever you are in the world, and all of our team members. This is actually, believe it or not, the first presentation that I'm doing with this new company. We've been involved for just a couple of months, and I've had some things that I had to deal with here on the home front, and I've kind of been on the sidelines. So it's a new experience for me, so hope you guys are a little bit patient. And it's a funny thing, I was telling Fred, 10 years ago or 12 years ago when we first met, we were working together. I had a heck of a time getting him to put down his old flip phone and get a BlackBerry. It was like a huge transition for him. And here he is, he's doing Zoom presentations and guiding me on how this technology works. And of course, given that we're all on lockdown, or most of us should be on lockdown, there's no better way to be communicating to each other. So tonight, I'm going to share with you a little bit of my background, where I come from, how I got into this business, about our products, about our company, and I guess maybe more importantly, where we're going and how you could possibly be part of the team, maybe as a customer and or as a business partner. I'm 57 years old. I live here in Toronto, Canada. Been married 31 years. My background many years ago in my late 20s was in the trades, a locksmith, glazer. My wife and I had been married just a short time, and what ended up happening, I ended up leaving the family business. I was looking for, what to do. What are we going to do to make a living and develop the lifestyle that, we dreamed about and so forth. And I came across this business of what we call person-to-person marketing, where we build a home-based business, marketing a product, developing a customer base, developing some business partners or business builders who add customers. And then in a perfect world, they said, we could earn a royalty residual income. And I thought that would be a dream come true. I mean, that would be the perfect business for a new family, a young family. And today here we are many years later. I've got a daughter now, the daughter that was born my first year in this industry, who's a mom. And so we've got a grandson in New York, and I've got a younger daughter in university. And it's a beautiful thing. What really appealed to me was this concept of, instead of getting paid on a 40-hour work week, one could get paid on 40 hours, 100 hours a day, 1,000 hours a day of productivity by developing a customer base. People using a product that they believe in, that they become loyal to, that they order, they reorder, they tell their friends about because they've had great results. Well, I've been with this company, Isogenics, now for a very short period of time. I guess it's, we're coming up to 2 months, so just 60 days. It's amazing what has happened on our team. My entire family actually is just getting started this week. We took a little bit of time to get totally onto all of the products. But we're actually, there's about 8 of us, Fred, that are getting started on the program either tomorrow or on Monday. It depends if all of our products arrive tomorrow. I have my products, but there's my daughter, my wife, my daughter's friend, her mother, and one of my best friends. So, you know, we've got a pretty good group of us. You know, it's so simple, right? We've got the shake, which, by the way, tastes absolutely amazing, delicious, fills you up. And then you've got, you know, once a week, just doing the cleanse, right? To cleanse out all the toxins that we have from losing weight. And in this current time with, I guess, what's going on with this virus, having a strong immune system is a great thing. And so we've got this immune boost product also, which I'm mixing into the shake. But you know, what's really got me about this program is just doing some of the due diligence and seeing how many people have had literally total life transformations. I mean, the success rate on this product is as good as anything I've seen in my 30 years in the industry. And so we're excited about it because I know we're going to get great results. I took all of my before and after pictures today, so this presentation is kind of like perfect timing, right? I mean, I've done my before and afters. I've got my product ordered. We got the whole family ready. We've got our chart. We know what we've got to do, and we're plugging in. For me, in addition, you know, as a professional networker, someone that's been doing this business a long time, I've also got a much bigger vision. I am looking, along with some of our partners like yourself, Fred, and other leaders. I know I saw Carolyn Rodriguez on this broadcast, who I've had a chance to meet, who's done some amazing things with this company. I've got a vision to build somewhere between 50 to 100,000 customers. Make no mistake, I've had over 1 million people in my organizations in the 30 years I've been doing this business. But in this company, starting from, well, February 1st when we joined, and going forward, I believe within 24 to 36 months, so it's not a long time, right? A very short period of time, we will build upwards of close to or beyond 100,000 members. So if you are a guest viewing this broadcast, here's what I would invite you to do. I'd invite you to do a little bit of due diligence. What you're going to see is a company that's been in business 18 years. We're currently in Canada, the United States, and Australia, but opening up some other markets, such as all the European countries and Scandinavia, along with Japan and a few others. And in the 18 years this company's been around, get this, they've done $8.5 billion, billion with a B, $8.5 billion in wholesale product purchases just from loyal consumers. That tells you something. The wonderful thing about it is the people who have built that get paid a royalty residual income on those customers each and every time somebody places an order and reorders. Now, we got a couple of people online here. We have Deb Carmody and her husband Ed. They are what we called gold distributors. It's kind of like the first level of leadership on their way to higher level leadership. And I'm going to invite Deb on just to share a little bit of her story, what's happening for her, both on the products and in the business, maybe what her vision is. So as soon as Deb comes on, I will have her share that with you. And I think you're there, Deb. Oh, okay, she's not there yet, but she'll be on in just a moment.
Oh.
So, all right, there you go. Deb, the floor is yours.
Hello, thank you so much, Fred and David, for inviting me to share our story. Wow, you know, it has been, oh, here we go. It has been almost 4 years since we were introduced to Zija and Supermix. Our story is like so many others. It started with a dear friend, Christine Holland, inviting us to take a look. But you know what? When we were introduced, all we could think about was, what could this do for, I'm sorry, it's saying start my video. I have done that. It won't do it. Sorry, folks. So you just get to listen to me, I guess. So anyway, so Christine, when she showed it to us, all we could think about was family members. We have a family member who has had a serious health issue. And so, you know what? We thought if this could in any way, shape, or form help her in any way, it was well worth us sharing, you know, getting involved with Zija. And I have to tell you, when she started with Supermix, she almost had her body responded instantly to that. But little did we know the transformation that I was going to go through personally. And before Zija, I was unhealthy. I had no energy. I had no real desire to do anything good for myself. And I literally was just existing. You know, typically my day was waking up, grabbing a cup of coffee just to sit on the couch. I literally would sit there and watch TV all day long. And when I would get up, it would be to grab another cup of coffee or grab a family size bag of potato chips, which I ate every single day for lunch, a bag of potato chips. When I started Supermix, my life started to change without me even trying. That full bag of potato chips went to a half a bag of potato chips, to a quarter bag of potato chips, to not grabbing the bag of potato chips at all. My body stopped craving all those empty calories. I started caring about what I was feeding my body. I literally hadn't been walking. I was stagnant. There was no movement in my life.
So Deb, real quick,
yes.
How do you feel about these products now?
Oh, I love them.
How many other people have you introduced?
Between my husband and my husband, he does a lot on LinkedIn. He is sharing those products, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 a day on LinkedIn. With
excellent. And how big is your team now?
You didn't look at that?
Roughly, give or take, roughly.
You know what? There's probably 60 people on the team. I would venture to guess somewhere around in there.
All right, so about 60 people, and you don't even have an exact number. No. I think that's pretty amazing that just because of your own personal experience with the product, sharing it with a few other people, all of a sudden you've got 60 people. I can't imagine that once you are really, really focused on what's going on in your business, you can take that up into the hundreds. And over the next year, maybe 2 years, take it into the thousands. And
absolutely,
you do that.
Absolutely. You know, our goal is to retire Ed from his job that he continues to go to even today in the environment that we have going on. And we just, keep him healthy and feeding that immune system.
All right, we will help him do that. Deb, thank you so much, and let's move along. The next couple I want to introduce you to, I've had the privilege of working with. They are seasoned pros, and I know they work as a husband and wife team, both Pat Terry and Mac McDonald. Mac is, if I'm not mistaken, Mac, ex-military, I think a colonel. Either way, to me, you're a 5-star general, Mac, with what you guys have been able to do. You got an amazing office there. I love your backdrop. And I want to thank you for all the stuff that you've done in our past company, but more importantly, where we're going in isogenics. I'm going to tell you now, now that I've dealt with some of the stuff I had going on at home, I'm in the zone. And I will probably put somewhere between 20 to as much as 30 people into the system, both as customers and builders over the next month to 6 weeks. And then we're going to start the duplication process with those groups and build towards 100,000 people in the next 36 months. I know you've done that before. I've seen, you know what it takes, you know how to do it. Maybe you could share a little bit of your background and what your vision is with your wife, Pat. And by the way, Pat and Mac are double diamonds. And what that simply means is they're at one of the higher ranks of leadership in our business model, working from home.
Absolutely. No, we are excited to be able to work from home. I got retired from the military back in 1997. It seems like centuries ago. I was a colonel and did my 30 years, retired, and Pat as a nurse. She's been a nurse for probably 40 years herself. And so we both got the top of our game in our professions. But little did I know that way back when I started working at a hardware store at 12 years old, I was programmed to earn linear income, put in hours and get paid. And I did that until I was age 52, until I retired. I just didn't know there was a better way to do it. And when we learned about leverage or residual income, that's when we really got excited, because we could earn off of the income by increasing that with a lot of people doing a little bit and reproducing. Pat had invested in houses. She would put a renter in it, and then we would let that pay that. Now, that would have been a good program if that house every night created another new house or several new houses that we could put more renters in. Well, that's not the case in the real estate market. We had all that money invested in that, but in a crash in 1989 in Hawaii of the housing market, we lost everything. So when I retired, we had to start all over. And that's when we learned about network marketing and creating this residual income. And we've been so excited for the last 20 plus years to be in this, working from home. And so we have actually bulletproofed our life. Doesn't matter whether it's an up economy or a down economy. We're still going to earn. As a matter of fact, in down economies, our income goes up because people need the product line that we have, the immune booster, the energy enhancer, all of those things. We've had those great with Zija, but with this marriage with Isogenics, this is all a brand new company for both companies, Isogenics and Zija, because we got the best of the product line there is, and it's the easiest to share. Right now, our governor says that we're shut down because we're not able to work, but he identified one segment in there of consumer of nutrition and CBD is open for business. Well, that's what we deal in. It's all about nutrition. It's all about food. It's about our ability to be able to get these shakes. In other words, 60 meals. For 60 meals delivered to your front door, you can have better nutrition than you've ever had. You don't have to worry about going out. You just get it delivered. So this is the best that we've ever seen of these two companies. It's a marriage made in heaven. So we are excited to get out and share it, and we're doing that daily. But the bonus program they have is amazing. They're just on, Pat's down and listen to online how to earn $4,100 in the next 30, 60, 90 days. And that's just bonus money. That doesn't even include the compensation plan. So I've never seen a company that's willing to pay you and pay you big time in bonuses and compensation just for sharing something that will literally change people's lives. We are excited about this, and we're moving forward as fast as we possibly can.
Well, thank you, Mac, and look forward to working with you and Pat. We're going to do some big things together. So as I was saying, we'll just kind of bring this up to a wrap. We keep these presentations fairly short. As I said to you, it's my first presentation, but over the next week or two, we will be ramping up and building some pretty big online events from home. We're going to show people exactly how to transform themselves if that's one of their goals, how to build their immune system up, which is absolutely essential today. And for those who wish, we will show you how to generate a secondary and or a primary income right from your computer, right from home, right over a presentation just like this and inviting someone. When you order product, it is shipped to your door within 48 hours. So you order it today, you'll have it almost the next day, if not the morning of the day after. And you're on the product. We'll provide all the training and support that you require, both on the products and on how to build your team. And if that's something that you're open to exploring, taking a look at, looking at the possibilities, I want you to get back to the person who invited you to this presentation, get your questions answered. They will bring on one of the top leaders if necessary to help answer some questions, and we'd love to have you as a business partner. So with that, thank you very much. And Fred, I'll turn it back to you, our host.
Thank you, David. Always a pleasure to get a chance to work with you, my friend. And again, I'm going to put you on the spot. Think you can join us on Saturday morning for a new distributor training and add a little bit?
Absolutely. I'll be here for the new distributor training. I'll be available virtually every day going forward now in a very engaged way. Because hitting 100,000 people in the next 36 months, there's no other way to do it than to be fully engaged.
I'm 100%
so we've got work to do.
We've got an exciting time ahead of us with Isogenics. Ladies and gentlemen, Saturday morning, 10 o'clock in the morning, Pacific time, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern time. Follow the same link. You'll get it simply by going fredholmes.com/webinar. David, I'll look forward to seeing you there, and we'll be talking soon.
Thank you.
Have a great rest of your evening, folks. Bye-bye.